Hello and welcome, everybody. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. Demager, I know you had to wait a while, but there you are. Thank you very much for being here, man. And Kimberly, good to have you here as well. Gary, good to have you as well, too. Thank you very much for being here. We've got a bunch of people here. A lot of other people are floating around in there, just haven't said hi. And, of course, Gary with the very low-key gra. And that's all he gave. But, Gary, that's okay. You don't have to be so enthusiastic if you don't want to be. You could be gra with an exclamation point. It doesn't have to be. We're playing No Man's Sky today. We're going to be doing an overwhelming vote, by the way, for No Man's Sky. It was like 96% of you wanted to do No Man's Sky tonight. So I was like, oh, okay, enough of the Dune, right? And we've had enough of Dune, so I get it. Waited my entire life for the stream. I just didn't know about it until earlier today. Your entire life. Fantastic. Wow, that's really saying something there, Demager. Hello, Night Owl. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. So the rules are down below in the description area regarding this speed run. A couple of you already done it and have obviously posted better times than me. My first premiere episode of that was specifically designed to show you a little more of how it's done, and to take my time as well. I obviously made a lot of mistakes. Some very good suggestions in the comments, by the way. Someone mentioned, once you get that base computer, pick it up and move it into the cave. You didn't have to build anything. And I'm like, that was a pretty good idea. I also noted very early on that I didn't have to build a Minotaur. I stumbled upon a ship in my travels wandering around. So it makes me wonder how we want to do this. So we'll get started on that in just a moment. I want to give a shout out to my daughter who has recently designed this new logo that you see up here in the corner. It's pretty much the same. I mean, you've seen that before over a couple of years now, but she went ahead and she actually just cleaned it all up, made it look kind of pretty. So really full kudos to her. I've also given her the task, if she wants to design a new logo, maybe. Once she gets that creative juice going, if she wants to do that. So I give her full kudos. She did a great job. It looks really nice and clean now. I really like it a lot now. Don't need a base computer. You can build geobays without them, and the cave has all the hazard protection you need. Exactly. Also good point to make her. I like that. That's a good point. Don't really need it. I needed it, I thought, in order to provide myself some shelter, but for crying out loud, you got a cave nearby. Just do it all in there if you need to. Trying to decide how we're going to do it. Not really how. I mean, I know how we're going to do it, but more along the lines of what path should we take? Should we just go right away, look for a ship, and heck with the Minotaur or any of the other exocraft? Should we go that direction? But I don't know. Yet. Let me go ahead and get No Man's Sky started up, and we're going to switch over to the main screen, which is dark at the moment. You'll see it pop up in just a second. There we go. Hello, games. I always like that. It sounds polite. Okay. Can you all hear the game at all? That doesn't sound right at all. That sounds really, really strange. Hold on. There it is. Okay, something got messed up in OBS. I was doing some recording last night just to check some things out, and it reset my microphone and my audio that comes through. So now we got game audio. So we're back. Started out on a frozen world in quite a while. Don't say that. I don't mind frozen worlds. Frozen worlds are okay. I'm just adjusting the volume for my ears so it doesn't overwhelm me when the game comes on. There we go. It's one of those, the background music on this is one of those really weird ones. It's more like, I don't know, background effects or something like that. All right, so, yeah, we remember that run, don't we? And there's this no starter ship challenge, and there's another challenge. Okay, so we're going to do, I'm probably going to be getting rid of those sooner or later. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do custom. All right, here we go. Survival. So as I said in there, we're going to do everything as far as the maximum settings are concerned. We're going to go in Abandoned Universe, of course. We can't do Save Deleted. Okay, yeah, there was a reason for that, because we want the recipes and blueprints unlocked. Okay, but everything's got to be expensive. Harsh. We're going to go harsh on this. We went restricted last time that you saw my premiere video. We're going to go harsh on this one, and everything else will be challenging and maxed out, and we'll lock out the settings as well. Let me just scroll back up and make sure everything's okay. So again, blueprints are unlocked to allow us to get everything we need. We got all the glyphs. We're not looking for graves. Of course, we're going to stumble across a half a dozen, guaranteed. And we can't do save deleted because that automatically turns off the recipes blueprints. So there we go. Timer. Yeah, good idea. Let me go ahead and get that. Hold on a second here. Where did I put the timer? Hey, there you are. There's a timer. It's not showing on your screen. Hold on a second. Really? Huh. Okay. There you are. That was another thing that reset on me. How weird. Okay, so we'll have the timer for you guys at the top right corner. I think that's everything. Thank you for reminding me of that, Kimberly, and thank you very much. Luck be with us, you know, or something like that. Okay, so let's see if we can get this going here now that we're back. All right, confirm and start. So we're going to go ahead and get moving on this. We'll start the timer up. Hopefully everything's working as far as that's concerned. I'll get that going as soon as it pops up. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Timer's working. And that was a bit loud for me. So we don't touch the main ship. And how did you know, Gary, that it was going to be a frozen world? Are you in here somewhere, Gary? What the heck, man? What the heck? Alright, do we have any caves nearby? I don't see any nearby. Right, and we're not going to be able to find one anyway. Alright, so we need... Is that a rock? I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. Can't tell. I'm not getting anything. Ah, those are rocks. Those aren't rocks. Can we get some rocks, please? Thank you. Alright, so we're going to get enough ferrite dust and stuff to get all the items repaired, and then we're going to look for a cave. Good. That should be enough. Interesting music. I don't think I've heard it in a while. Get some carbon. How much carbon did we get? 42. That's all right. I know it's the answer to life, the universe, and everything, but we need a little more carbon than that. A nice rainbow in the sky. Promises good things. And then we're going to hit a cave, and we'll go ahead and start repairing stuff. I just wanted to hit that, see what it would give me. Looks like we got a cave to my right. Wow. Okay, yeah, that is a bit loud for me. Okay. Use some sodium, so I'm just going to hit these guys from here. My hazard protection's perfectly fine right now. The temperature's negative 78. That's not terrible. To be honest, that's actually a pretty good temperature. It's like literally right above where it needs to be. If it was like 10 degrees, I guess, cooler, pardon me, warmer, 10 degrees warmer, we wouldn't have to worry about the hazard protection. So this is a barely cold enough place. Okay, good. And we'll get some of this. Now, while we're here, let's go ahead and do this real quick. We should have enough carbon, right? We need one of those. And I don't need a metal plate yet, but I would love to get those things right where they need to be. Multi-tool. Carbon. You're done. And you're done. Okay, good. And we can move you over here. And there. And we might as well charge you up. We got plenty of carbon anyway. Alright, let's get some cobalt for some batteries and we're good. We love caves of carbon and... Oh, yes, yes I do too. I was just joking about being in the future. Lagging seconds behind. I'm 3 minutes ahead. No, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. No, actually, I got a really good. Unlike Jason, Jason's not here, so I can make fun of him. It's more fun if he's here, and I can make fun of him. Let's be clear about that. But I've got a fiber internet connection. It's like I don't have the full gig. I could go with the gig connection. I just went with half a gig, so half a gig up and down both ways. So I'm running at around how much? About 8,000 kilobits a second up right now, and there's literally zero frames dropping, so we're in good shape. Yeah, I tell you what, as soon as I switched over, it was like night and day. And I even ran into one of the guys at the local cable company, like, you know, you're probably getting ripped off. I said, no, I was getting ripped off by you people. I don't want to hear it. All right, that was an excellent find. Good, so we got 200 cobalt. That'll give us 20 batteries. Let's get just a little bit more. I want to get about 30 batteries if I can. Hey, good to see you there, Starduster. Good to have you. Thank you very much for stopping by. Stealth, good to have you too. Quoth Anon, nice to have you. And an Explorer, I'm watching the stream from the future. Oh, stop it. No more future predictions. I don't want to know anymore. Alright, I think that should be good. Alright, so what do we got? We got 247. Let's get just a little bit more, like 3. 3. Good. That's enough. And we'll make some batteries once we get out, because I need some more of that, actually. Some more ferrite dust is needed. We're in the elements, but that's okay. We're just going to be moving along here. And you know what? Actually, let me jump into the cave for just a second. Okay, good. And let me make the batteries real quick because I have an idea. There, too far. There. Okay, we need a little more ferrite to make the rest. Let's take a look around. We already got a building straight in front of us right there, so let's mark that. We've had some good fortune of having ships pretty close by, so I'm going to hope that that might be something. And we'll get a little more ferrite while we're running. Not getting a lot of ferrite out of those little guys, the white snowballs there. Okay. Need 3 more. Need about 15 ferrite, and that'll get us the rest of it. Wow, come on now. Yeah, I tell you what, man, if he's right. Okay. There we go. Get some pure ferrite out of that for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. Okay. So the goal is, let's find a crashed ship. Looks like it's a plaque. Find a crashed ship and get myself off this planet. All crashed ships will be unoccupied because it's an abandoned universe. I hate those things. I was hoping for the bulbous ones. Ball hazardous plants. I like those better. This is great find right here. Excellent. Yeah, I'll take it because I might make it into something later. Okay, what do we get? Some sodium nitrate? Alright, good. Alright, so that's what we found. So we found a plaque. Should I even use it? I don't know. Maybe I will. Well, why don't we do that? At least we'll get a view of the surroundings. Hopefully the clouds don't get in the way. Let me find out what happens here. Knowledge of the past. Okay, so taking a look. Nice clouds. Love the fog. Doesn't help me one bit. Alright, so we got a treasure chest that way. We could get it for money. 26 minutes away. That's not bad. You know, I can handle that. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Not you. There we go. Alright, so we're heading in this direction. We just see if there's any other buildings. And there is a building right there. Alright, so we're going to head in that direction a little bit, but we'll try to head towards the treasure chest at the same time. So let's head towards this other building and see what we can find. I do want to find stuff underground, so the more upgrades we can find, the better. Machinery would be great, but we'll see what happens here. And if you all have suggestions or just criticisms or you want to make fun of me, feel free to do so. Spend my days at work lately teaching people how to talk to one another, which is pretty interesting. Alright, we got a beacon, so we can use that to do another pullback, but you know what? I don't know if that's really worth it to us or not. So why don't we leave it selected and start heading towards the treasure chest, which is that way, right? Where'd it go? That way. Alright. And we'll hit some buried cash on the way. So do we... Question is, do we look for or try to create a EXOCRAFT? That's a big question. I don't know whether I want to do that. Yeah, they're going to be needed soon, I know. Did I walk right past it? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. I didn't want to mark it because I want to leave it open. Magnetized ferrite. Okay. So we're going to have to look for some dihydrogen. Let's go ahead and do a quick scan. Good. Right there. The thing lately is it doesn't get you on your hazard protection first. It'll go to something else. So as far as when you do your recharge, I don't know why it starts all the way over to the right every single time, even though you might need something else. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, good. Looks like we got a couple of those. Sure, why don't we grab some ferrite dust while we're here? Alright, that looks good. Clear it all out. How are we doing with it? Very nice. Dihydrogen gels. Get at least 2 life supports out of them. There we go. 1, 2. Excellent. Mostly a one-way conversation. Yeah, let me tell you, man. I don't know what to say sometimes. Yeah, they were having trouble with a difficult client, and the client was upset about some of the things going on. They brought me in, and when I got there, turns out, when I got to these meetings and started learning what was going on, it's amazing how happy the person was once I... This is weird. How quickly the person that was supposedly the bad client was kind. Once they started getting answers to their questions, it was very, very interesting. So, you know, there is that. Something to be said, you know, for proper communication. Alright, let's go down here. Okay. Got that. Some thermal protection would be great if I could get that. But we'll stick with nanites for now, apparently. We got some cadmium. That's pretty cool. What's this for? Life support. Okay, good. Let's get a battery.
Thermal protection falling.
Haha. Yeah, the No-HUD challenge. You finally did that, Carbon Base. Good to have you here, by the way. Yeah, the No-HUD challenge is really tough, isn't it? I have to agree with you. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I've done it a couple times myself. It is extremely tough. What we'll do is when we get to that spot over there, that looks like a sentinel pillar. Would you look at that? Jason's not here right now, so I'm going to be getting all these wonderful places that we can find. That was just landing, that's all that was. Is that? Yes, it is. We'll find all the buildings that we need, but we won't get anything else, right? I do need oxygen, and I do need some sodium, so I'll be picking them up. So cool, we found a sentinel pillar already. Unbelievable. Yes, of course I'll get that. We're on another planet when I don't need it. Exactly. I'll get everything else.
Thermal protection falling.
So the treasure chest should be in a good spot. It'll be a protected area. That'll be good. We can get there in a little bit. Alright, what do we got? We got 2 units over there. And we got the walker. Okay. Turn off these guys first. That'll give me an entire run without them, so that'll be fantastic. Alright, let's extract weapons. What do we got? Anything will do. I'll go ahead and grab it. It's got a bolt caster, not that we're going to need it, but we'll go ahead and grab it anyway. Destroyer of Thought. SG4MEA6. Interesting name. Wrapped up in circle sites. I don't know. Let's look for a planet and follow it. No, well, I don't have to do that. Well, yeah, if you're in the No HUD challenge, that's true. Is this the same run challenge as the one you posted yesterday? Yes, it is, Tranquilla, and that was on Monday, by the way. I posted that. The week gets away from us, I understand.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay. Thermal protection is falling again.
Technology recharge.
Alright, so we'll be getting the posts in a second. I'm looking for other things.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay. And we're going to delete that one. Alright, Korvax casings. So we got 2 of them, and I've got a microprocessor. I'm not sure if I'm going to need them. I'll delete them as time goes by. We should be okay otherwise. Let's go ahead and get these guys. Now that we have a gun, I don't have any ammo at all. Why don't we do that? Let's just make some ammo. I just stuck to the longitude and started. Worked out well enough? Yeah, that usually does work. Okay, we got one more. Oh, there's the barrel. I was looking for that. Should be one more. Besides this. Yeah, I like that. It's a decent challenge. I don't know why we never thought of it before, but now that they've got most of the... I say bugs, don't get me wrong, but they've put a lot of things into the Abandoned Challenge that we couldn't get before, so that's a good thing. Nice. See, that's fantastic. I just got some nice stuff out of this. What did we get? Life support, 12%. That's halfway decent right there. And sprint distance, that's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. I'll happy to grab it. And we got a little pugnium if we need it. We're probably going to delete most of this stuff later on, but that's okay. All right, let's head out. So we found ourselves a sentinel pillar. We got a new tool. Let's head into a cave for a second just so we can protect ourselves a little better. Is this working?
Temperature levels stabilizing.
All right, I'm going to take that as a yes. Let's switch over to the other multi-tool real quick. And this multi-tool doesn't have as much room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uninstall the terrain manipulator, and we're going to make a new one. Okay. And then switch back over. And again, it doesn't have as much room because a lot of the stuff needs to be fixed. If I can get enough ironized cobalt, I can open those up real fast. Wiring looms are going to be hard to get by. Don't have to worry about those things. So yeah, we can open up 2 spots and it'll just give us a little more room. So I like that idea. Okay. Why don't we do that? That's not what I was trying to do. You know, we can make anything, too. Since we have all the recipes, we can put an advanced mining laser on here pretty quick. Oh, what did I miss? Hold on. And of course, it was on one of the worst planets I've ever seen. Yeah, that's what ends up happening, man. I tell you what. Yeah, that's wiring them sorted. Yeah, I know. That's true. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, let me see what I can do here. What did we get? We got some ionized cobalt already, so that's good. Ooh, I can make another one of those. Okay, good. We need more carbon already, go figure. Back into the multi-tool. So one of these we can pop open right now. Let's open up this one. And this one needs how much more? 11 more? That'll be fine. Let me move you over. There. Okay, good. So I think it's time to get some ferrite and some carbon while we're here. Let's just get all this carbon while we're at it. You know what? This carbon's either going to have a secondary element of oxygen, there it is, or it was going to be a condensed carbon, so we might as well just grab it. There we go. We do need some ferrite, of course. Any rocks nearby? No. I don't see any. Okay, let's go over here. We don't need a lot of ferrite dust, but we do need some.
Thermal protection falling.
I need enough to make a metal plate so I can make a refiner. It's basically what I'm looking at here. Should be enough. Okay. Metal plate.
Technology recharge.
Actually, I should probably fill that up. We need... Where'd the cobalt go? I must have been looking right at it. We need 11? I think it was 11, right? 14? Yeah. Okay. Stacks of 10 really help. Yeah, I hear you. Alright, let me charge it all the way up.
Technology
And we're going to put you in here and get it moving. Alright. Well, it's good to have you here, Sugar Rat. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Appreciate you. Always good to have you, man. Miss you, just so you know. I miss you. Say hi to the gang for me. You know who I'm talking about. S-Class Hyper... Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get an S-Class Hyperdrive unit, and I'm going to get all kinds of things I don't need for this challenge, so... Alright, so while I'm in here, I'm going to get... They're worth 44,000. If I could find some place to sell them, it'll be worth my time, I guess. I'm going to throw the magnetized ferrite... I don't know. Should I throw it away? I don't know. I can do all kinds of things in here if I want. Thing is that this is really, really good to have these hanging out here. But you know what we can do? We can build anything we want, you know? We can even get a personal refiner, too, if we get enough oxygen and chromatic metal. That would be a good thing, don't you think? I think I like this idea. I'm glad I thought of it. Let's open up that other spot in my multi-tool.
Prepared.
Spray the area with manipulator. It was a holy planet when I was done. Still alive. Yes, I'm still alive. Alright. Sodium nitrate. We got all kinds of other elements in here, that's the thing, and it's just kind of hard to keep track of everything. Alright, how we doing? Good. So we'll get out of here in a moment. I do need, obviously we need the ferrite, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. Let's just do the rest of this. Let's get rid of the rest of our metal that we have. We don't need any more rusted metal. Got the carbon nanotube. We meant to build that in our multi-tool. Hold on, where is it? Let's do... We can advance mining laser. That's true. We got to do that. Trade manipulator. There you are. We need another carbon nanotube and a dihydrogen jelly. Okay. Carbon nanotube we should be good with. Hydrogen jelly we got to go find. There's a patch. Right there. We just shut off all the sentinels, so we don't have to worry about them bugging us.
Thermal protection falling.
Good. I always like when we get a crystal fragment.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Now we can make another hydrogen jelly and get you fixed. Okay, so that's done. These I'm never going to get opened up unless I get some upgrades I don't need. I'm not really too worried about it. We should have enough in there now to keep things going. Let's get some batteries. Let's get one more. There we go. Hey, we didn't get it? Oh, come on. There, got it. There, battery. Alright, use that up. That's gone. We got to do the cadmium is next. And I think we'll have enough to get that done. Let me see, cadmium. Yeah, we should have enough to get that completed. And that'll give us our chromatic metal, and then we can make ourselves a backpack refiner. I'll need a lot more oxygen. I don't think anything that I have on me can be turned into oxygen, so I'm not going to worry about that. So we need another 75 oxygen, and then we'll have enough chromatic metal to make this. And then we don't have to worry about this anymore. That's nowhere near enough chromatic metal. Okay, so we're going to take you with for now. And was there anything else I wanted to change in there? I don't think I wanted to take apart anything else. I think we're done there. So our treasure chest is this way. What else we got? What else we got? We do have an unknown building. All right, let's go ahead and over there. Oh, we already did that one, didn't we? Is that the same one? No, that's a different one. Is that the beacon? I don't remember. And then we're going to work on an advanced mining laser at some point, if we need to get one. There's that music that everybody told Jason about. Okay, good. You know what? This planet is cold, which means it'll have dioxide on it. I should be looking for dioxide deposits. And copper as well, but we got to think about that because the dioxide will be very handy for our life support. That'll be much better than making these things. You don't have to worry about that carbon base because we've opened up all the recipes. You have all the recipes. Because you have all the recipes, you have all the glyphs. So you don't have to worry about that. So all you need to do is, you don't have to worry about finding graves, which of course means we're going to find at least 2 or 3 graves on their way. Without a doubt. Just because. And this was a factory, so... Yep, there's one. Any more around here? Yep, over there. Let's grab that. I love it. Exosuit fragment, what does that give us? 82 life support, 65 solar. Goodbye. And that should give us our first wiring loom. So let's go ahead and open this up. Excellent.
repaired.
As we come across more of those, that'll be really handy. So let's step inside for a moment. We could get a bunch of eggs and stuff like that, but I don't see any reason to do so.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yeah, projectile ammunition. I can always use a little bit more. I don't even know why I'm doing this. There's really no reason to do so. Yeah, coolant chamber. That's fine. Whatever. Multi-tool expansion slot. We don't need new recipes. We got them all. We don't need really the multi-tool expansion slot. It's a good thing to get, but we can't get it till we get a space station anyway. Nanites aren't really that handy for us because we can't really spend them anywhere. Alright. Expansion slot it is. Yeah, that's the thing that we were telling Jason about. Jason's played this game since probably the early days of the game, and he never knew that when you got into a new region that had a building nearby, you'd get that music. And it could be anything. It could be a campground. It could be the little. It could be a shelter. Trade ball. It could be any number of things that you would come across, including these buildings. So, yeah, very good. Let's check all of our stuff over here. Another microprocessor, always handy. And sodium, and more projectiles. Okay, so that's where we're headed. Take a look around, make sure we're not missing something, because if we got more buildings to our left, we'll go ahead and hit them all, but I don't see anything just yet. Alright, so one thing I want to try doing, I just want to see something here. There, that. I'm going to have that highlighted, that way I'm hoping that maybe buildings will show up. We'll see what happens. And while we're at it, we're going to start hitting some, and I don't see a one of them at all. I was going to hit some, like those, the damaged machineries and stuff, but yeah. And I did say we were going to hit dioxide. There's some right there. Okay, good. And we're going to definitely need some copper. So let's hit the dioxide. That'll be our life support. 30 minutes in. Jason would have finished by now, of course. He would have found a ship already, an S-class, of obviously exotic, probably a squid. Temperature level stabilizing? That was weird. What in the world? Okay, let's
Ground protection falling.
there we go. That worked. So this will be worth the time getting all this. This is our life support right here. So we get a couple hundred of this and we should be good for the duration of our stay on this planet. There, made myself a flat surface to stand on so we can stop relaxing.
Ground protection falling.
Yeah, it is a godsend for the no HUD challenges, man.
Technology recharge.
It's allergy season, so hopefully I don't sneeze in your faces here, folks. All right, that looks good. All right, so
Technology
there we go.
recharge.
Moving on. Ow. Okay, and we'll hit copper along the way, I'm sure. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but we can hit it on the way. That'll be great. I've been trying different chips. There we go. Alright, so how far away is this thing? 20 minutes away, supposedly. And we'll need to keep a close eye on our surroundings, make sure that we're not missing something. I almost thought that was a grave for just a second. I was like, yeah, of course it is.
Ground protection falling.
Indeed, my dear, indeed. Yes, I know it's falling. Yes, it is. We do definitely need more oxygen. We need 150 of that. We got a cave in front of us. Let's go ahead and take the opportunity to duck in for just a minute.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
We'll take this guy out for a little more oxygen. Not really worth enough, but that's okay. We'll get going. As soon as it recharges all the way, we'll go ahead and start running through here. If we run through here now, it'll stop its progress. Oof. Yeah, that thunderstorm was something, man. That was kind of scary. Okay. Let's take a look, make sure we're not missing something like that building right over there. Okay, got a lot of plants around us. Buried cache, 315. We can head towards it. I'm thinking we're going to see something this weekend from Sean. I can't see them waiting till the second week of August to go ahead and get their next expedition going. I think they're all set and ready for it now. Fine. So, I don't know what it will be, but it will usually come with an update. So I thought I would never find an exit. Ugh. 83. Go. Pulse engine module. Very useful. Almost sounds like there's two different types of music going right now. It's really strange. Okay, what do we got? Hey, another plaque. Alright, so we're not going to do this plaque. We're just going to continue on. And where is the treasure? Treasure's that way. Let's take a quick look around, make sure there's nothing else around us. Alright, let's head out that way. And that way we have it selected, and if another building pops up on our radar, it'll show up rather quickly. Sometimes sooner than we actually come across it. Yeah, I know, C-Class. Good to have you here, Marty. Thank you very much for being here, man. Ed, good to have you here, Old Explorer. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Appreciate that, Old Explorer. What is this? Sac venom. Ugh. I hate sac venom. Let's see. Since we're going in this direction, I got some copper over that way. Let's find some copper that's more in line with where we're going. We don't need the backpack refiner immediately. We can wait on it.
Protection falling.
9 oxygen from those guys. Stingy, aren't they? There we go. Do a quick scan, because I want to know if there's any oxygen plants nearby. I really could use a few. There's some.
Protection falling.
Yeah. Take care of that. Let's use our sodium for now. And then we'll use the rest of it later. Batteries. Alright, so that gives us a good amount of oxygen. That's nice. Take a quick look around, make sure we're not missing something. We got all kinds of busted machinery down here we really should hit. We will need some money, so we should really pick up the, berry tech. Yeah, we got to clean out our inventory soon. All right, what do we got? Another one down there. Let's check it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Knights. Berry tech is always to the left.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, there we go. How we doing in here?
Technology recharge.
Get rid of the rest.
Technology recharge.
Come on. I don't think we need the Viking effigy. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Korvax casing and the silicate powder that we had over there. I'm really kind of deciding whether we're going to keep this or not. There. That looks a little better. Since we're in a sort of a protected area, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright. We don't have quite enough oxygen yet. We're getting there. Cargo drop, not interested in. Dioxide. Okay, let's move on. Zenith Hellhammer, good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. And, by the way, that's an awesome name. Thank you very much. That was a great name. Sounds very Dwarvish or Nordic or something like that, you know? Zenith Hellhammer has come upon us. I like that. That's really, really cool. That's true. It does give us free cadmium. I forgot about that. Problem is I need to drop it in a ship, so as soon as I find a ship, I'll let you know. Looks like we got some shelters there. Now again, this isn't a fugitive run, so all buildings are accessible to us. Trying to decide which way I want to go here. Alright. That's my bad.
Technology recharge.
If you do it right, sometimes you can get it to do just one. Okay, 210. Should be right here, I think. More cadmium. Go figure. I did hit it twice. There we go. There's that music again. The life-saving music. So we know it was a shelter. I'm not really interested in visiting the shelter, but it's good to know that we have a shelter there. You know what? Let me do this.
Thermal protection falling.
So it's highlighted now, so any other buildings we come across, hopefully we can find. That is the direction of our... yeah. Okay, and we do have dioxide in that direction. Copper. Let's head towards the copper. Okay. It's got a ring to it. More of a hammer to it, you know. Axe.
Thermal protection falling.
I remembered this time.
Technology recharge.
Chromatic metal will come in handy for a great many things, so we're going to get
Falling.
hopefully as much of this copper as we can. I don't want to go too crazy, but... what are we doing? 42 minutes. It Googles well. Hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. Good to have you all here. Thank you again for joining us. If I missed your name, by the way, I apologize. Hopefully I caught everybody. Alright, got about 300 so far. That's pretty good. So as soon as we come across a cave, we'll stop in real quick and take a break. If we can get to the treasure, that'll be even better. But alright, I think that's enough. We'll go to medium setting and pull in as much of this now as I can. This is a good deposit, though. Fortunately, no storms, so that'll be good. Alright, that's good. I think that's a cave up ahead.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, I think that hole over there is a cave. Find out in a moment as it changes shape. Yeah, it is a cave. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and do some refining real quick.
Technology recharge.
Alright, what do we got? We got the copper. Let's do the cadmium first and get it out of the way. Alright, good deal. Yeah, I tell you, it's a good idea, I think. You know, and I think there's some tweaking we can do to this run. And I appreciate that, Zenith. Thank you very much. It's my nerd handle. In multiple gaming dimensions. Yes, I know what you mean. That's why I use ElanPaul. It's the same thing. Same, we use the gamer tag all the way. Everybody calls me Paul, though, so that's always good. No Jason to pick on this week. Hope I don't have nightmares. Yeah, I know. Well, the poor guy's moving his mother-in-law, so let's make sure we, you know, well wish him. You know, that's all I can say. Just give him some well wishes and hope that his trip is going well. I did send him a couple messages and let him know, hey, we haven't seen a glyph this week. You're safe. You know, so there's not going to be a drop of an expedition this week. They think they're waiting for him to get back home. Maybe. I don't know how true that is. I literally have 4 oxygen left to get. Okay, there. We'll get it from this one. Barely. We barely got it. Alright, so that's the first thing we can get. So now we just need 100 chromatic metal, which we'll have here in just a minute. Already got it, to be honest. There we go. The next update, you should put in little wagons with 25 slots you can tote around behind you. I can just see little radio flyers pulling behind us. What would we call it? Hold on. What's the name? Remind me. What's the name of the starter ship again? We should name it after that. Same here. Been forever. Reclining Gamer. How are you all this evening? We're doing well. Thank you very much for joining us, my friend. Appreciate you. Yeah, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Having fun. That's the whole point. You know, really. There we go. So now we have a personal refiner. We're good here. Out of condensed carbon, we will go ahead and load it up with regular. Alright, so that's ready for our trip. Alright, so we are all set. Let's get this recharged. Okay. We got 300 more copper. I'm going to hang on to it in case we need it. There we go. Like that. There we go. That's the ticket. So now we can leave this sucker behind. I am going to pick it up because I'm going to get the carbon back out of it, but we're going to go ahead and just delete it. We don't need it anymore because we have this guy. Alright, so we're all set. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and take a look around. We need to figure out where in the world we are. Okay, our treasure's that way. Any more buildings floating around anywhere? Not that I can see. That's the shelter. Okay, let's go ahead towards it. Miriam, I'm doing very well. How are you doing today, dear? Good to see you. I saw you over there on, whose channel were we watching? Was it? I think it was Beeblebum. that we were watching. No, it wasn't People Bump. We were watching somebody else. I'll show you over there as well. And I hope you're doing fine. Buried cache 60 units away. Let's grab that. Ran into a rock. Whoop. There we go. Oh, give me another multi-tool expansion slot, so I got 2 now. Oh, isn't that special? Isn't that special? Alright, I don't think I need anything else from here. And we should have enough money to buy things if we need to buy anything. It's not going to be desperate. Buying is not an option here in the abandoned mode. Great, thank you. I believe you survival Bob's stream. Is that where I was? Bob's? Might have been Bob. I don't remember. I watched a few of them today. I'm in between sessions with people to teach them how to communicate. So yeah, that's always fun. Hey, that worked out good. All right.
Protection falling.
And we got a building literally right in front of us. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so whatever it might be, we'll use whatever it is. Maybe we'll get lucky. Mark it. There we go. We got another building further out. I guess we're on a ley line of some sort. There's that music again. There's our wonderful music. I think I just passed by a blue flower, didn't I? Crap. Okay, so what do we got here? Full-fledged building. I don't think it's a minor settlement. No, it's a observatory. So we got an observatory. Let's check out the busted machinery over here.
Technology
There we
recharge.
go. Upgrade. Nanites. I'll take the nanites. Where's the... There you are.
Thermal protection falling.
And we'll grab that. Okay, good. And where's our other building at? It's over here. Okay. And there's another one right over here, too. 488. Crap. Alright, we'll head towards this one and keep the other one marked. Because we might be able to see it from all the way up here. No, nothing's showing, so we don't know yet. Let's get closer. We're gonna have to get up to the top of the ridge to see it. Just busted my ankle. Look at you all saying hi to each other. Isn't this a wonderful community? I love it. It's a drop pod. Okay, well that could come in handy. Let's go ahead and do the drop pod thing. Get us an extra spot in our inventory. Whoop. Ow. Again.
Thermal protection
Do we have any
falling.
sodium? We do not. Sodium, alright. We can check those containers. One of them might have sodium in it. But we always use a little extra. Wow, I'm just busting myself up here. I gotta be careful. Next hit could knock out my shield completely and damage something. Okay, what do we got? Dense carbon. Deck relic.
Protection falling.
Alright, let's step inside for a minute. We don't have to use another battery.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright, I don't think we get much sodium out of that guy. We only got 7. We need probably about... how much? I don't remember how much exactly we needed. But we do need... that. So we'll do that real quick.
Technology repaired.
And we need an antimatter housing. Which requires more oxygen, of course. So we need more oxygen, and we'll need some sodium. Okay. Yellow flowers. I see a couple. Okay.
Thermal protection falling.
12, that's good. Get some plants. Oh, I got 8 out of that one. That looks like oxygen straight in front of me, too. Look at that. Sodium plant. I think it's like 10 or 12 or something like that. Can we make it now? Yep, we can make one. Alright, good. And sodium 34. Half of that is 17. We should be good. Just get that going. Come on, up the hill, up the hill. Let's go. We got this. Run, Forrest, run! Bunch of sodium over there. I just saw it. Let's see. This is that. And pull you out. Okay, good. Where can we put this? I'm going to fill in the hole in the middle over here. It drives me nuts, so we'll do that. I'll worry about technology later. Okay, good. And let's go hit the other building. There's no other buildings over here, right? No. Okay, let's go hit the other building. The animals. Making their funny noises. Oops. Now's a grab it while we're here. Because we can always use it, and it'll come in handy later. Okay, go. Whoops. Some more over there, but those are the really big ones, and there's only a couple smaller ones near it. That's enough. The one to my left, actually worth it because there was some sodium next to it. I wonder if we have any... That's what I was trying for. I was trying to get the plant. There we go. Moving on. Looks like just a little campsite. I don't see anything that looks like a ship, so we can hope, but I don't think so. Good deal, good deal. Every little bit counts. Yep, just a campsite. Oh, okay, well this is good. Before we hit that... Oh, this isn't a cave. That's a fake cave. Eh. Let's head into the cave over here. Looks pretty good. Gotta watch the ball over my head.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
There we go. Alright. And while we're here, we'll reorganize. So we can sell some stuff now. I'm gonna hang on to these then, since I have this. They're worth a lot of money. But, so is that. So, we get rid of some of these things and we'll be in good shape. Thinking we should. We're not desperate. And life support's getting a little low, right? Use one of those guys up and get rid of that. Hey, thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here, too. Appreciate you for stopping in. Yeah, it's an interesting challenge. Like the idea. I don't know why, like I said, it never came to any of us sooner. But it gives us the opportunity to do an interesting challenge like this, and we can do it however we want. I could have created an exocraft. I can do that right now if I want to, if I have the materials to do so. And I can be plowing across this terrain. I love the Pilgrim, so there's a possibility that next time I might just do the Pilgrim and go from there. But getting a Minotaur protects you from the elements, so there's that. So, you know, doing that might not be a bad idea. Alright, sell. Let's get rid of the magnetized as well. And the pure. Hard frame. I'm going to keep the pugnium for now. Might need it. Keep the copper. We use that to open stuff up. Gek relic is gone. Did we have Corvex relics, or did we already sell them? I think we already sold them. Anything we can buy? More microprocessors. Ammonia. That's interesting. Alright. So that clears out our inventory quite a bit. Anyway. Okay, this looks pretty good. Looks a little better, a little cleaner. So we got some money now, finally. Alright, so where is my treasure chest? Over there. Is there any more buildings nearby? Because that tends to happen. Okay, let's go. And you can scan, right, and you can scan for a distress signal. But see, that's also another thing I was thinking of, is that I really don't... Should be in here, hold on. Can I make it? Yeah, signal booster. We can make a signal booster, right? So that's possible. And hold on a second. Wait a minute. I didn't mean to press that. Sorry. In here. We can now make surge batteries. So I need gold, magnetized ferrite like I just sold, and sodium nitrate, and I can make a couple surge batteries and do some searching for them. So that's an interesting idea. I could go back and buy the stuff back if I want, I guess. I don't know. It's actually not a terrible idea. It's probably not a good idea that I sold it, because I didn't know I was going to be making surge batteries. Yeah, I'm only getting 68 back, but I don't really need the silver, but you know, we got silver all over the planet, so I'm not going to buy it. But I'm thinking of the Pilgrim. That's what I'm thinking of here. It's an interesting concept. No ship yet, Ed. Thanks for being here, by the way. Yeah, it's going to make for interesting strategies, I agree. Let's get the buried cache while we're on our way to that treasure place. And we need to recharge my hazard protection. There we go.
Thermal protection falling.
Ooh. Really? Emergency signal scanner. What in the world is wrong with this sometimes? I don't know. Okay, moving on. Our treasure is that way. It's right in front of us. We can probably get there before we have to use another battery. So we'll head that way. Oh, what is this? It's my 8,000 step. Yes, okay, good. 8,000 steps of failure, as I called it. If you've gone 8,000 steps and haven't found a ship yet, you've failed. But we're limiting this, by the way, that's another thing. I'm limiting this to 3 hours. So if we haven't found anything in 3 hours, we failed the challenge. So we're hopefully going to find something here soon. That's what I'm hoping for. I really do think I should look to build a Minotaur. I'm trying to decide between a Minotaur requires gold, if I remember correctly. There's a good spot up there to build it on. The great thing about these places, anyway. It protects you from the elements. Alternate route to success. Listen to you. You must work with HR or something. I don't know. There we go. We're protected now. And we already turned off the sentinels because we found a sentinel hive early on, so we're in good shape there. Let's see. So what would it take to build one? Let me find out. So we want a Minotaur. 5 more metal plates, and we need 100 gold. The only way we're going to get gold on this planet is if we look for a cave and find something in there that will give us the gold, one of the stalactites or stalagmites. Otherwise, we can get everything else, and that's not going to be a big thing. The problem is after that, once you have the Minotaur, you've got to put in the scanners. So you have to get the original scanner, and then I think you have to upgrade the scanner one more time. So it does require a lot of effort to get all that. Pilgrim gives us the ability to move around a lot faster. So there is that. Silver's easily come by. Same thing with the hydrogen and the metal plates. So there's a trade-off there. 34 user, so I'm just soulless. All right, then. You haven't failed. Yes, yes, yes. There's only one scanner and a Minotaur. Oh, so we only need to just do it once. Still. What do you think? We should go Minotaur? I did that last time. They do, but they can't find, you can't find, distress signals with any of the other, exocraft except Minotaur and Nomad. Not Nomad, pardon me, the, underwater one. Nautilin, except for the Nautilin. So the Minotaur and the Nautilin give you the ability to find, derelicts and broken ships and stuff like that. None of the rest will give that to you, even including the Colossus. It doesn't have the ability to find those. Captain Slugwister, good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us, dear. Appreciate you being here. What did I get, by the way? I'm going to say That's really all it really counts for. Same to you, dear. Same to you. Alright, so we found the treasure. We're in a protected area. It's time to decide on which direction we're going, since we're kind of here now. Which way have we been going? Anyway, where's the ship at? The old ship. There it is, that way. So we've been heading in a southwesterly direction. Okay, so this general direction. That's not bad. We can do that. Get some buried cash on the way. I don't see any other buildings or anything like that. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. Head out. And now, if you noticed, but I got my No Man's Sky shirt on today, too. So you all chose No Man's Sky. Shirt comes out. Pretty good deal on Amazon. Just to be clear. Come on. Get up there. More cadmium. I don't know what it is with this planet and giving me cadmium, but it just likes me that much. So, do we make the Minotaur or not? We have to find a cave, and I think that's the biggest problem here. Alright, not the biggest problem, but getting a cave that's deep enough and has a lot of stalactites is going to be part of our issue. Alright, let's go ahead and head this direction. We find a cave, we'll give it a shot. Love to build it back there, but there were no caves, so... Look at Miriam saying hi to everybody. Let's charge you up. There we go. Ouch. Broke the ankles again. Love it. Love it. What graphic would make you want to... Oh, really? You do digital stuff, huh? Gosh, something unusual. It would have to be something unusual. there's not a lot. If you guys have ever done a search on Amazon or anywhere else, there really isn't a whole lot of like t-shirts for No Man's Sky out there that don't, a lot of them just have the atlas on it and stuff like that. That's a very good question. You all chime in. What do you think? And maybe we can convince the captain to start streaming at some point too. I know you were thinking about it. I caught one of your messages that you put out there a long time ago. It was about 6 months ago at least, and I never knew this message existed until I found it the other day. And I was like, oh, well, let me respond to that. But I have no idea if you saw my response to it. But if that's the kind of thing you like to do and you think you have the right voice for it and everything like that, by all means, you do you. I don't want to pressure anybody into, I'm trying to get the building over here, pressure anybody into doing what they don't want to do, but that was the other building I think I saw. Wait a minute. No, I don't think I saw that one. So we got two buildings like right here. Well, that sucks. Let's go this way. Here, let me grab you. Alright, so that is useless to me. Back the other way. Ran into a rock. No problem. No, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Captain. The thing is, it depends on how you go into, like, a couple people have asked me about the streaming, and I actually kind of got burned out for a while there. And the only reason I'm not doing it as much right now is I've got a lot of other things going on. So I only do this on Wednesday nights now. But you have to go into it with the thought process that you're going to go in there and just have fun. And I've seen a lot of people get in there and they just start streaming for hours on end just for the pure enjoyment of streaming something out there, and they get like only a few people watching. But the more you do it, the more vision it gets. More people will see you, and you'll get the right people sooner or later that'll be tuning in, if you will. What in the world is that? Is that just a rock? Yeah, it is. Alright, so what do we got here? We just have an unknown building, but it's just basically debris. I'll go ahead and head to it anyway, but... So I lost vision, and I thought it was going to be something spectacular and everything like that, and as I got into it, I realized it's not as what it was cracked up to be for me. But then I started noticing I was really enjoying myself. I had a good time conversing with all the folks here. So, you guys and anybody else that joins in, it's good fun. You all do the same thing. You guys are playing the games that I'm playing. Hey, a boltcaster module that I don't need. And sooner or later, we will get something that we really do need, maybe. I don't know. I just didn't put that in the right spot at all, did I? Oh, boltcaster's over there. Yeah, there we go. There. Okay. All right, now we're over. Southwest. So... I just do it to have fun now, and that's why, the live streams themselves, like this one, I don't have the ads turned on. You might get an ad from YouTube. That's not me. I have it turned off. Later on, I turn the ads back on and be like, whatever, if I can get a couple bucks, I'll get a couple bucks out of it. It's not a big deal. And I look at this as one day being that retirement thing, where it's not making me a whole lot of money, but hey, it might pay an electric bill, might pay a phone bill, cell phone bill, something like that, but... if you go into it just to have fun, that's what you're going to get out of it. Doesn't have to be a job. Platinum. It would have been better if I got silver out of that, or gold. Alright, so I need to start looking for a cave, I think. I don't see... I got another building just popped up. We'll head over to the other building, see what it is, and if there's a cave nearby, we'll use it. Go. Yeah, basically, yeah, we have our own tribe. I'm reading, starting at the top, moving when exotic treadfoot sentinel ship. Yeah, that would be good. I like that idea, Miriam. Very, very nice idea. I think all of us wouldn't mind something like that. As a viewer, stream something you enjoy because you enjoy it. We enjoy watching someone else. Exactly. That's a good point. You enjoy watching someone who's having fun, and that's really what it boils down to. That's why Jason has as many people as watch him, because Jason is such a cheerful individual, though at times it is kind of fun for the rest of us to see when he's getting a little frustrated. I hope Jason didn't hear that. But he has such a good time, and he has such what we call Jason luck at some of these things. It really blows our mind. So, oh, careful. I don't want to slam into the ground again. So there's that. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. You rock, Elon. I appreciate it, Captain. Thank you very much. And it's a lot of fun to do things like this, so. Yeah, I can tell you enjoy it and enjoy your comrades and teaching. That's what I want to. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Especially if you can get a few people like, when I first started out, it was most of the folks I worked with who jumped in and watched a couple streams and stuff. Sugar Rat has been here forever, and he's one of the first ones that joined the channel. So he's been there since pretty much the very beginnings and stuff like that. So that's what started, and the chatter back and forth. And then when you folks jump in here and you all start talking about all kinds of different things. There was a few of you that were in here one time that were talking about knitting of all things, and I'm like, wait, what? We're playing No Man's Sky. What are we talking about knitting for? But you know what? It's you. Have fun. That's what you want to talk about. It's what you run into when you run into friends. Dorian, good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. You're allowed to be new here. Don't worry about it. We won't. There's no hazing that I'm aware of. Don't quote me on that. Little frustrated. You mean a normal grumpy Jason on a lot of... You're right. Jason does get very grumpy. I do have to admit. You're correct. I know I'm taking some time here. I don't care. Appreciate it, Ed. Thank you very much. Yes, folks, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. It always gets more views on the channel. People gets it out there a little bit better. And I think my... Yeah. See, Delta just put out, Delta1246, those of you who don't know him, just put out a message. He thinks that there's going to be an update next week. So, and I think that as well. We'll go ahead and raid him in a little bit. My phone thought I was talking to it at some point or not. And let me get my chat back to normal on my phone. Hey, okay, we're all back. Okay, good. What's the strat for no starter ship? Oh, what's the strategy for this? So if you look down below in the description, basically you ignore your starter ship that you normally get, and you go look for a broken down ship someplace else. The best part about the abandoned mode is that every broken down ship you find, distress signal if you will, is always going to be unoccupied. So you get whatever you get. The whole point behind this speed run is to find a ship, repair it, get out of the system, get to the center of the universe as quick as you can. So center of the galaxy. So you're going to have to find a portal, but because we also turned on all of the recipes, you have unlimited resources that you can use here. You're in survival mode, you're limited, but you have unlimited resources that you can use. So you can drop down an EXOCRAFT, you can build yourself a mech. We've been talking about that, to find a distress signal nearby, and then sky's the limit. You just get there as quickly as you can. So it's a lot of fun. So check out the description down below. The description's down there. We're going to kind of adjust it as time goes by. Not right now. This is what our latest edition is. I'll go ahead and grab that anyway. I don't really need it. So that's pretty much what I was doing. These plants usually give you 3 sets of carbon out of it, so go ahead and grab it. All right, what's in the other one real fast? But thank you very much for joining us, man. I appreciate you being here. If you have any more questions, I'm not the only one that plays, of course. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was getting. I don't really need them, but I'm going to grab them anyway. Alright, so this is actually a nice little spot to stand in. So we need a cave. I need to find a cave. Damaged machinery. We got another building over there. Look at that. Let's head in that direction. And I see that there's stuff in that direction that looks like cave stuff. Like that thing there. Subterranean relic means cave. So I don't know, I'd want to see the building first, because for all I know, this will be a moot point if I find a building. Maybe I'll find a ship. Awesome. Repairing the ship, that's smart. Yeah, and that's the whole point behind it. If you look at that, you want to repair the main portions of the ship, of course. Alright, so we got an unknown building. That's all it is. But these big buildings tend to come near big caves, so let's go ahead and head over there anyway. And you have to repair the 5 main portions of the ship, the shields, the guns, things like that. You're not getting into any fights unless you get into a fight with a sentinel, and that would be kind of dumb in this mood run that I'm in right now. And trust me, I'm not afraid of that. Everybody knows this. But you want to try to avoid that. That's a quick death when you're starting out. Alright, so we got this building here. Does this have... We have damaged machinery. More damaged machinery. Alright, we got 2 pieces of damaged machinery. We'll go ahead and check them out. Maybe we can get a nice protection out of one of them. And then we're going to duck into the cave, or even into the building. I would like to go into the cave because we're going to look for gold. Okay, nanites. Alright. It's a piece of broken machinery in the building, I think. And that guy. Wasn't trying to do that. There, I don't feel like getting slapped around by him. In abandoned mode, there are no space stations. No, there are space stations. The space stations are abandoned, though. The thing is that Hello Games has also adjusted them, so you still have access to a great many things. There's a terminal in there, you have an exosuit upgrade, a ship upgrade area, and a multi-tool upgrade area. Plus, you can find some good stuff in those stations, so it's always good to hit them, even in abandoned mode. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, 2121, thank you. We'll do the pullback. It's just going to find me a freighter, and there's usually too many clouds to see anything. But you know, that little round shape down below is very, very interesting. But I think that's the direction I might have come in. So that's going to be on another planet, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. No big deal. What happened here? Oh, great. Is it doing this again? Yeah, it's doing that thing again. I may have to do a reboot here. Hold on. Yeah, it's not putting me in first-person view. So we'll do this until you do that. So we'll do a little trick here. Do a quick save here, and then we'll do a quick reload. Okay. Restore point. There you go. We reload it. It'll bring it back to normal. So, yeah, abandoned mode's a pretty cool mode. I've been having fun with it. Hey, look, he's back. Hi there.
Thermal protection fully.
Whoa, okay, easy, easy. Stop spinning around so much. Gonna make myself sick. All right. Life support gel. Yep, I could always use one more of those. Alright, so, and these things have already hit, right? Did I already hit this guy? Yeah, I already hit him, and I hit the other one. Where's the other one at? I thought it was like right over here. Pardon me. No, it must not be here. It must be I was looking through the building and saw that one down there or something like that. Okay. So, cave? That's all we got? Oh, wait a minute. No. Yes? No. Yeah, it's not much of a cave. So what we're looking for is one of these to say, instead of cobalt, to say gold. Like that one. Oh crap, because I reloaded?
Warning. Sentinel drone activated.
Alright, any others? We can just run away from this guy. We're not going to be bothered by him. We'll find another cave. So southwest is where I'm headed. Any buildings? No. Okay, so we'll just head out. So we got a little bit of gold.
Thermal protection fully.
And the counter should pop up. That was the only problem with reloading. I forgot all about that. That's true. Good point about the Minotaur. I forgot. We can always use that. Hey, toxic protection. Isn't the this is the problem Jason had too, isn't it? Alright, so we'll head this way, and we'll find another cave along the way. That's all. So we got a little bit of gold. How much gold did we get, by the way? 29? That's not terrible. We need more. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll find another sentinel pillar, and we'll be able to shut them off again. Okay. More nanites. Alright, no big deal. Yeah, we'll grab this too. Our inventory is getting full, though, so we got to be careful. Any more buildings? So, southwest. This is the direction we're going. Okay. So, let's go find another cave. How much gold do we need? I think we need 100 gold, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 200, I don't know. I think it was 100. Whoops, I pissed him off because I kicked him. Sorry, buddy. Wasn't trying to kick you. Ancient ruin off planet. We can walk there, right? Well, if the planet had water on it, and I could get a vent, I might be able to get there. You know what I'm talking about. Let's convince the game the cold is toxic and you're golden. No. Not happening. Yes, he kept getting everything he didn't need. Exactly, he got everything he didn't need, indeed. He didn't need, indeed. Knew that was going to happen. Alright, what do we got? We'll use you. Add it to the collection of multi-tool expansion slots. I'll tell you, that multi-tool is going to be really good by the time I get done with it. Boink. Alright, so we need to start looking for a cave again. Alright, let's go this way. I think that's one right there. Come on. Some nanites. Looks like a cave. May not be a cave. This looks like it's just an overhang. Yeah, that's all it is. Alright. Jettison pod. Let's head over this way a little bit more. I want just a decent sized cave here. Yeah, he got two of like everything else, and he found every building under the sky, but couldn't find a ship. And I thought that was just, yeah, that's part and parcel of the way things go, Jay. I tell you, not much you could do about that. Keep going. Alright, so we got some broken machinery over there. I think I'll head that way. I'm not seeing anything that looks like subterranean relics or anything like that, so... Get up that hill. Get up that hill. Put down that cookie.
Thermal protection falling.
More nanites. Okay. Hey, look at that. So this happened to Jason too, okay? You will find autophage remnants here and there, but you have to open these things up and spend some stuff on it. But all it's going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and spend it this time, but all it's going to do is give you the stuff, and you have to feed it Atlantidium to get anything else out of it, so that's it. Nothing special, that happens. I'm not surprised in finding it. I know he was kind of blown away by it, but it was like, you know, Jason, that's happened for a very long time. Alright, southwest, that direction. Boink, run into a tree. So we got to find something here soon. Cargo drop. Okay, keep going. I tell you, Miriam, you are like the greeting committee, I think, at this point. You didn't work at the front door at a Walmart, did you, by any chance? No reason to ask, just wondering. No, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. It cheers people up. You're saying hi to them. You're acknowledging their presence. And that's a good thing. Never, I would never criticize that. Hey, building. That didn't show up sooner. That's kind of strange. There's the music. That was a good boost that time. Nice.
Protection falling.
And since it's a real building, I'm a real boy. I'm gonna go inside and... Is that like... Oh, okay, I see what this is. I don't think we're gonna find anything in here. Is this the ones where we find multi-tools? No, no multi-tool here. What kind of system is this? Is this a... It's abandoned, of course, but it's a GEX system. Okay. By keying, I think you'll find tools. Let's sell some stuff. What do we got? I'm not going to sell the multi-tool things. I'm going to hang on to them. Let's get rid of that pallet of stuff. The signal scanner. We got to turn the cadmium into stuff. We can do that right while we're running. I'm going to get rid of the platinum. We'll keep the gold, obviously. All right. And what do you have in your inventory? Lemium. Lemium turns into silver, I think, doesn't it? No, hang on to the... No, there wasn't any gold for sale. I didn't see any, but... Gotta watch for the stones sometimes. Like Lemium, I don't know if it turns into gold. I don't remember if it does or not. I have to look that up. But while I'm waiting, since I'm thinking of it, let's get that going. Okay, no more life support gels, so we'll use you. You like to feel what? Yes, it turns into gold. Okay. Then I am going to get a couple of those.
Product received.
There we go. Where'd they go? There they are. There you go. Oops, sorry. God. My bad. Alright, you got 250, right? 279 gold. Okay, that's good. Alright, so how we doing on ferrite? We're doing okay. We could use some more. But we should be able to make the 5 metal plates that are required. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 9 ferrite to make the 5th. Okay, good. That's no problem. We'll get some more here in just a minute. What milestone did I achieve this time? I earned 838,000 units. I'm very happy about that. You can see I'm thrilled. Alright, let's get some rocks. Those aren't the rocks I'm looking for. Starship launch fuel, yeah!
Thermal protection falling.
Alright, that should be enough, but since there's nobody to bug me, none of the sentinels are bugging me right now, I'm going to get what I can. I forgot that resetting like that was going to cause a problem with it, so... How we doing? 132? Okay, good. Alright, good. Let's go inside that. That'll work. Oh, the job's going pretty well. Yeah, I would say it is. Thank you very much for asking. Appreciate that. Convert to gold and sell for a profit, too. I don't know if you can sell them for a profit. I don't know if the gold sells that well, to be honest with you. I think the Lemium sells for more than the gold does, doesn't it? I'll have to check into that. Oh, pyrite definitely turns into gold. Gold into pyrite. They switch back and forth. No problem there. Alright, so what does it take to make one of these? Okay, looks like we got everything. Alright. And now that we have him, if you will, we need to make a... Let me see here. AI pilot, frame legs. There it is. Radar. No kidding. All it requires is one wiring loom?
Technology installed.
Dude. No problem. Wiring loom done. Awesome. So now we got it. Alright. Why not? Yeah, that works. How did I... Yeah, wrong way. Let's do it. Distress signals. Not bad. 16 minutes away. And since we're protected in here, before we go, that way we get all of our stuff with us. And while we're at it, let's move it into the Minotaur, shall we? So we're going to move the gold in there. I think this was a pretty cool idea. Well, there we go. You got your first living ship today. Good grief. That's quite a chore, isn't it? 5 days worth of doing that? Congratulations. Hopefully it's pretty. Look at that. We're already down to 13 minutes. Cool. 12. This is hilarious. We're going to be there in no time. I love it. Well, congratulations, though. I think it's rare. Maybe collected starboard covers in the lighting. There's the wagon to pull behind you. Oh, crying out loud. It's Starduster. Better here. It's black and yellow with 3 different lighting effects. Oh, nice. There is one thing to be said for those ships, is that they are very pretty. Yeah, a lot of them can be very, very interesting in color-wise. And there's our ship. Look at that right there. Son of a gun. We got there in no time, you know that? I wonder what it is. It's still just beyond the rise there, so we can't quite see what it is. It is a hauler. But that's okay. It's a ship. So what I'm going to do, just for grins and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and grab this ship first of all. Let's see. The guns are already repaired. Okay. We're going to claim the ship. And we need to make a metal plate. Hermetic seal, right? I think hermetic seal. We need a lot of stuff, actually. Hermetic seal, metal plate. And you need a dihydrogen jelly and a pure ferrite. Good. Magnetized will turn back into pure ferrite, so we can do that. Dihydrogen jelly. Okay, good. I need some more dihydrogen. I'm going to need it for a... Sorry, I'm going to need it for other stuff.
Shield down.
Yep, I know, I know.
Component repaired.
For the portal. That's what I was getting to. Sorry, there was a long delay in there. My brain was operating on too many different things at the same time. I'm not a great multitasker in that sense. Alright, so the main shield has to be repaired. We need sodium nitrate, which we don't need a lot of, so that shouldn't be much. Let's go ahead and fix that. Where's my sodium? We don't need much. So what am I missing? Nomanssky. Hey, Kim, nice to have you here, by the way. Appreciate you being here. So behind nomanssky, I'm still messing around with trying to get better capital freighter. Oh, I hear you. We get the pirate freighters, though. That's the way to go. Find a system where you pulse speed through and upgrades will appear. Yes, that's true. That's true. You can do that. And actually, you can also send out, if you can get yourself if you have a freighter, right, and you can get some living frigates. The living frigates will go out on missions. If you send a whole group of them out on a mission, they'll come back and they'll have upgrades also in their inventory for your living ship. So keep that in mind too. That's true. Yeah, the Rings of Planets, good idea. You have a few upgraded? That's great. That's great. Carbon, do tell. I love it. All right, what do we got? So this is my shield. Shield repaired. We got the guns, we got that, we got that. We need a hyperdrive. Hyperdrive needs repairing. We need a little more chromatic metal, obviously, and we need another microprocessor. Okay, good. And we do have a supercharged slot over here, but I don't think I'm going to get all the stuff to get that going. All right, so we need microprocessor and chromatic metal. Let's see what we can find. Can't take it anywhere just yet, so... take the metal this time because I need to make hey, there's my microprocessor. Let's do that now while I'm thinking of it. So now we just need chromatic metal. Alright, and while we're at it, pulse drive. And I don't really think that's going to give me much. It's giving me 0.2 maneuverability, so I'm going to go ahead and unload it so I can get that out of there. Get this as well. That'll give us a little bit of chromatic metal. Alright, good. Copper, 355. That's good. As long as I don't run into anything on the way. Silver. Alright, let's take my Minotaur. Side quester. Oh, yeah. Do you know about the stuff that clues to procedure? What? Not that. I'm a side quest. I have one living frigate. Hold on. You know about that stuff. The clues to procedure. Doral. I'm missing something. There are some posts. So where to find the upgrades. True. You can do that too. Clues to procedure. I don't know that one. Yeah, there is. It's hard to get them all upgraded to S-Class, but you send them out on missions. If you're talking about the frigates, you send them out on missions, and they'll get upgraded over time as well. Good thing about living frigates is you can change their... Look at that. Look at that. I love this. Is that you can change their focus, if you will. Like some of them are great at trading, and then you can change their focus and actually go in there, and you can turn them into combat frigate instead. It's really neat. It's really neat. Good. I wanted that. Come on, let's go. So much for that tree. We're in that one. Wow, I have no idea you can get living frigates. Oh yes, that was actually part of an expedition, and one of the main updates was the living frigate update. So yeah, honestly, it's been a hot minute since I've actually gone to the lengths of finding one. Trying to remember what you needed to find one. It wasn't an anomaly detector. You needed some other device. I don't think you can make one. Hold on. Yeah, well, a trumpet in a matter of speaking, yeah, but it had a different name. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't think you can make them. That's right. I don't think there's a recipe for making them. Dream aerial. Thank you, Ed. Yes, that's it. Dream aerial. The dream aerials you have to find. You can get them from missions on occasion, like at space stations and in the anomaly. But yeah, if you can find them in other means, and I don't remember exactly how it happens. But if you get your hands on one, I swear, do the glitch duplication, so you don't have to fight to get more. So putting down a refiner on the ground, put the dream aerial in the chamber, and then put a couple more refiners in the exact same footprint, and then pick them all up, and you'll duplicate the dream aerial. So you'll have a few on hand. And then basically, when you use the dream aerial as you pulsing, and you use a dream aerial like you would anything else, like you're trying to find a broken down frigate or something like that, you have to wait, and the right message is going to appear on the screen. It'll tell you one thing like, hey, you found a rare object. Nope, that's not it. Hey, a trader wants to trade with you. Nope, keep going. Don't drop out of pulse until it tells you that it's detected whale song. Once you have that and you drop out, you'll see the frigate in front of you with all the tendrils and stuff, all the tentacles hanging off of it. And if you speak to it, you can then acquire it as one of your frigates. Really cool way to do it. Really cool. Yeah, it only works once. After you have to find, you first need anomaly detectors in order to find one. True. You only need one dream aerial is not consumed. Just have it in your, you have to have it in your inventory. That's right. Sergio, thank you, and thank you for being here too. He's right. You just have to have it in your inventory. And you pop the anomaly detector and pulse. So as long as your dream aerial is in there, you need the anomaly detector to go with it. That's what it was. And anomaly detectors, you can get the means that we said. You can get them in asteroid fields. They're rare drop in asteroid fields, but you can pick some up there. Excellent. Thanks, guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. So awesome. Awesome. All right, let me get out of this. See, I'm getting wrapped up in this, guys, and now we're 45 minutes into this already, and I'm sitting there just chatting away. But I think we can do this. I think we've got it. We're on our way now. So what we need to find is a monolith after this, and find ourselves a portal. We're in a Gex system, so we should be fortunate to find anything we need there. Now I'm going to try that trick. Somebody, I don't know if they're here today, somebody mentioned to me that instead of just doing all suns, the sunset on the portal to get to the closest system, to change the very last one to the dragonfly. And you'll end up with a system that's like 3,000 units away, probably 3,000 light years away from the center, rather than 5. So we're going to give that a shot. I got plenty of copper on me. I don't know why I'm doing this. I had plenty of copper on me. I just realized that. Could have done this all along. Okay, back to the ship. That way, James. Marvin. Marvin the Minotaur. I like that better. Alright. You know, we never checked out the ball. I don't know what we'll get out of it, but... Here's the fun part, this distress beacon. Inspect recently installed ship tech or search for cargo. Let's go with the ship tech. Should get an upgrade. Photon cannon module. Oh well. Is what it is. Alright, in we go. So now we should be getting enough chromatic metal at this point to get what we need to do. And we do have to make some hyperdrive modules as well, so we are going to need that. But hyperdrive is now fixed. This, I don't really need it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. It gives us more chromatic metal. I could have used that as well. Go figure. But now we have a ship. I can put stuff in here. I need to pull stuff out of my Minotaur. Here, let's put him in the ship. Okay. Can we uninstall that? I'm going to hang on to it. I got an idea. Alright, we're going to go ahead and install this just so it's in here. No, I want the hyperdrive somewhere where I can get to it. There we go. So I want to get an upgrade if I can find one. Run into a shuttle and lost its wings. Yeah, I tell you what, right? How does this thing even fly? What app? Oh, the No Man's Sky. Hold on, I know this app. Hold on. It is the assistant for No Man's Sky. That's what it's called. Assistant for No Man's Sky. I think that's the app you guys are talking about. There we go. Try to stream tonight for a tiny bit. Why? I forgot suggestions. Oh, the app that we use to stream with is OBS, if that's what you're asking about. Oh, I understand. I gotcha. I understand what you're talking about. Alright, so where was I here? So we got that. I'm going to need some more ferrite too, but let me go ahead and get at least some of this copper turned into chromatic metal, because we're going to need some of these. One, we don't have a lot of oxygen. I don't think I can even make one more. Yeah, that's a problem. We didn't get a lot of oxygen on this planet, but you know what we do have? We have the ability to go somewhere else now. Before we do, let me jump inside this real quick. Ready to crash site. Okay. What I'll try to do is I'll try to put this guy up on another planet. I'm not interested in the freighters. Though freighters could have a warp hypercell in them, but... There we go. Let's see what kind of planets we got, first of all. So we're off the planet. Should have probably done that a while ago. So there's something to learn from. I think right from the get-go I'm going to make the Minotaur right up front. And that way we can get, you know, basically where we need to go. Alright, so what do we got? We got the space stations over that way. Here's our planet. And we got a few planets over here. Let's get around from behind this. There we go. Abandoned. How interesting. We needed, if we needed glyphs, that would have been the place to go, right? Got a moon. Tropical with aggressive. And there should be... It looks like there's another planet behind this one. Let's head to the space station and get some stuff done there first. And we'll go from there. Miriam, thank you so much, dear. I appreciate you. 07 to you. Looks like Peter got the gift membership, Peter. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, man. Congratulations on that. I was early. I got there before the announcement did. I'm going to try to look for another crashed ship if I can. I want to see if I can find something maybe a little bit better. So you mentioned the space stations before, and we're going to take a look at one right now. That was Dorian, I believe, right? So Dorian, this is what the space stations look like. They're abandoned. There's no NPCs anywhere in the universe. But you can see straight ahead you have a starship terminal. You can upgrade your starship there if you have any starship upgrades. Before you do that, I suggest heading over to this room, I believe it is. Got 2 rooms, and every station will have 3 upgrade areas. I'll go ahead and grab these. I don't think they're going to be worth anything. Nothing else in here. Okay, so hit the terminal. We're in the wrong place. We don't really have anything to sell, I don't believe. Navigation data I don't need. We're going to get rid of it. Alright, what do they got to buy? Carbon nanotubes, plasma, which I'm not getting. I know Jason needed some. Not getting it. And platinum, pure ferrite, pugnium. Okay, nothing really there. 3 loot boxes. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side. So the 3 loot boxes are on the other side. The same side as your ship is going to be on in the Gex system. Because invariably, one of them at least will have an upgrade of some sort, either for a ship or your suit. sometimes a multi-tool. But we've already got 2 or 3 upgrades for that to begin with. So these yellow boxes, you'll get 3 of them in each station. So store augmentation, that's for my ship. Unstable gel, worth some decent money. And counterfeit circuits, also worth some money. So here's our multi-tool upgrade station. We'll hit this and install slots. So definitely one in the middle. I'm going to go over here and over here. There we go. Got it. So here's our exosuit upgrade. The first one's always free. Put it anywhere you like. I'm just going to drop it down here in the corner. Okay. And we got all those. So we got all 3 boxes. We need to go to the other one and sell. Now, I don't know why the portal is there. It's very odd. Because there's nowhere to go. I haven't been to any other system, so it shouldn't be there. It should be dead. But it is what it is. Alright, so hit the terminal and sell those 2 things off. Where are you? We don't need the ammonia, really, but I'll hang on to it for now, just in case. Unstable gel, and now the counterfeit circuits were worth more. Now we can do the storage augmentation for our ship. Okay. Now, I may hang on to that, just in case. Because I have a funny feeling we could do it over there right now, but I think we're going to try to find ourselves a different ship. Just because. But Gary has a great idea. Yeah, always try to collect those first. Alright, out we go. We're going to need some tritium. Pyrite, uranium, those would be kind of nice. Let me see here. And there was another planet back there, isn't there? Or is that the direction we came from? There should be another planet over here, I think. Yeah, there it is. It's over that way. Behind the station. Hold on. There you are. And what are you? And you have water, too, so that's interesting. Also aggressive sentinels, so we're kind of screwed no matter where we go. So we only have this place, the abandoned planet, that we can actually go to. Abandoned planets are good, though, because you can find craft ships on them pretty easily. So we're going to try to do that here. And then we need to find a monolith. We are eventually going to have to hyperspace, so... Our launch fuel is doing pretty good. Okay, I'm not worried about that too much. Alright. Can we make it? We can make it. I don't think we could just summon it in. I was wondering about that myself, but we'll find out here. Anyway, we're in. Let's go ahead and take a look. That's another freighter. Okay, that's all right. Let it find it. Let me see if we can do another one. We gotta wait for the charge to go through on the scanner on the right side there. Let's wait for that to finish. See if we can find something else for us. I want to find a ship. And now we can fly there and find it. That's the best part. Wow, okay, that sucks. No nearby building located. Okay, so we're not going to find any more ships here. Alright, well, since that's the case, we need to find a monolith. Let's use this to find a monolith now. So, ancient structure, I guess? Okay, what do we got? Resource depot, secure facilities, planetary outposts. Okay, so we're not going to get that with this guy. So, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. And just fly. Yeah, right? That would be funny. Where are we? We're heading this direction. Let's do a quick scan. Is that... It is. Is that oxygen or is that... No, that's those guys. Yeah, we could get upgrade things from them and stuff like that. I'm not really interested in that. So buildings are a little more infrequent on these planets, on abandoned or lifeless planets. So we're going to continually scan if we can. Hopefully we'll come across something. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on foot going across this planet. I could check the abandoned one. I mean, it's a paradise planet per se. There won't be any storms, I don't think, yet. That's just aberrations in the ground. Oxygen, sodium. Tempted on landing and checking it out, but I'd rather find the monolith. And I'm hoping wherever it leads us to, the monolith, that we can find, you know, a different ship. Little glitch there. I don't think it'll find the starter ship, because the starter ship belongs to us per se. So it shouldn't find it, now that I'm thinking more about that. It's another rock. Funny part is that on a bunch of these planets, I have found monoliths rather quickly. What in the world? I don't know why the scan is not finding it. Okay, well, we don't get to use launch fuel here, at least that's something. Curious deposits, ancient data structures. Okay, that's an observatory, so it's not going to help us any. What is that? Oh, crap. Isn't that what happened to Jason? Where's our gold? Is it in the ship? It might be in the ship. There it is. Okay. Don't want the freighter crash site. It keeps showing me freighter crash sites. There's a lot of crash freighters in the system, apparently. I have to try that again. I keep forgetting I can try to summon them. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. Alright, let's try it again. Just freighters. It protected me from that. That's interesting. Try one more time. I'm going to give up here in a moment, because we're at the 2-hour mark, and I really need to get this going here. No nearby buildings. Okay.
Ground protection falling.
There we go. Alright, let's go straight east from here and see what we can find. That's weird that the scanner didn't find that building, even though I was like right next to it. Kind of concerned by that. I'd love to just warp to a different system. We shall see. Yeah. It's a summons. Yeah. I did a shirt a while back, but I think I made the logo a little bit too big. Stick to the hat when I can. Okay, don't do that. There we go. Boy, this is a big guy to move around and look for stuff. Should be able to find something. I mean, the monoliths are usually pretty big to begin with, and they've always got like a little cloud around them. Oh, yeah, it's just tester merch, that's all. You know, I ordered a shirt, a hat, you know, just to check out what I was interested in. And that was a while ago. That was about a year ago that I ordered these things. And then I was like, I'm not as interested in doing that, I guess. Maybe one day. Maybe when we hit like 2,500 subscribers, I'll think about it, you know, at that point. So that's another story. Which, you know, the next expedition coming out, who knows what'll happen, right? Wow, okay. We were heading east. Now we're heading a little further south. I'm going zigzagging here because I'm trying to cover more terrain. It's a big planet. It isn't a moon, so I'm really tempted on checking another planet out. Or going to a different system. Finally, something, right? Okay, just another building. Okay. Just an abandoned building. That's okay. You know, we're hitting something. Let's just do the southerly thing then. Because that was to the south. A little bit better posture here. I'm going to turn into a shrimp soon if I keep that up. Yell at my kids for that too. Yeah, he is a funny dude. I like to listen to Captain Steve. I jump on his... whenever he can go live, I like to check him out. He doesn't do it very often. He does like a 1 hour shot here, 1 hour shot there. Most of his stuff is just... He does videos and stuff like that on a great many things. A lot of polls. He does a lot of polls on stuff. What do you think the next update's going to be? When do you think it's going to be? I always like how one of his choices is always, don't care, just want to see what the results are. He's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. And then, of course, you all probably know about Professor Cynical and the debacle he threw himself into. Getting ready for the next role-playing thing, he role-played a little too harshly and everybody thought he was serious. And he had to literally put out a 3-minute video to apologize to people, like, I wasn't being serious. No one's been thrown into the void. We're just role-playing, okay? It's a joke. But I have found over the years you have to be very, very, very careful about what you say. He spoke to me without speaking. He has an expression on his face that can probably do that, I'm thinking. I think you're right. Nah, can't do that. Don't do that on a stream, please. Yeah, and it's kind of tough to do so. I mean, a lot of the channels, they don't care, you know. So as long as you put it down as that it's not kid friendly, then they don't care. All right, so we got ourselves a. This is not a monolith. It is a plaque. So there's a plaque right there. So we're getting closer, but again, it never found it. I'm going to keep in the southerly direction with that one and see if I find anything. With this job, I happen to have a little less stress than I've had before, so I don't get worked up as much. Therefore, I can keep my my mouth in check. And I'll tell you, it's been a lot more satisfying to do it that way, you know. And, you know, mostly the people I work with are pretty laid-back people. A lot of them very, very, very East and West Hills, Kentucky folks. Very strong accents. Sugar Rat would get along great with them. Almost everybody has some kind of a boat on a lake someplace. So it's really, really good people. They're good salt of the earth type people. A lot of common sense. They speak their minds. They don't hold back. I love that part. Most of them, anyway. Yeah. Well, I hear you. I hear you, Sugar Rat. Well, like I said, the people are always great. You know the book reference, Captain? Oh yeah, he'll tell you all about it. He told me about it. I wasn't paying attention, though. Sorry. Just joking. So, more buildings, but no more monoliths. No monoliths at all, actually, at this point. Daytime side of the planet now, so we might be able to spot things easier than we could at night. Looking at the terrain now, it might actually be easier. This would be good. The good thing about the, by the way, about the about the Minotaur's radar, when finding a crashed ship, is it always will find one that's close to you. So there's that, and if there's none nearby, it'll just simply tell you that there's none nearby, and just leaves it at that. So it has a limitation, or a range limitation, if you will, in finding things like this too. By the way, just for those in the other seats there, that is also a plaque. Think. Yeah, that's just a plaque. Crap. Thought I saw something over here. Okay. Just chasing shadows. Ah, this is so annoying. Figured I could have found something by now. I'll do another scan just in case. Another building. It's a building. Scans will pull in monoliths as well, but really thought I'd find something by now. Sitting up straight here, yeah. Back hurts after a while. Come on now. So I think the key to this run, and I'm going to try this in the future as well. Of course, next time we do this may be a while, because if the expedition comes out next week, you know what we're all going to be doing. But I think the key is to make the Minotaur as quickly as possible and find yourself a ship. And use the Minotaur to get there, because you'll get there a little quicker. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder of hitting that like button, folks. I really appreciate you doing so. Broke the thumb off. Oh, you guys are great. I really love you. Alright. I'm thinking we need to go to a different planet. As much as this should be easy to find something here, I'll leave. Don't make me leave. So, I guess we gotta go to the Angry Sentinel planet. Or the Angry Sentinel moon, if you will. Let's do that. Let's go check out the moon, because I think things are tighter packed over there. Where are you? Moon. That is not it. Moon should be over this way. Is that it? That's Frostbound Planet. Okay, so where's our moon at? Oh, that's it over there. Okay, my bad. We'll do the same thing. We're going to go to the top side of the planet here, the daytime side. I'm not as concerned about the Sentinels, to be honest with you, because as long as we can get eyeballs on a monolith, we should be okay. That would be funny if I came across one like right away, but that is also a plaque. Darn you plaques. Go north this time. We have to keep up a little bit of height because of the trees. Building to our left. Let's head that way. Got a lot of stuff on this planet, so we'll have to keep our eyes open. That is a monolith. Now, we could land at the landing pad on the right. Take our chances. And you know what that is? It's a place to find a crashed ship, too. Isn't that interesting? There's a sentinel right away. That's not what I was trying to do. Get rid of that. Okay, let's give it a shot. Excellent, good to have you here. Thank you very much for stopping in, man. 720. Okay, so we got a distress signal. We'll check out the ship here in a minute. But we're going to hit that monolith and see if we can't get the coordinates that we're looking for. Alright, so. Okay, there's our ship. Distress beacon 2 hours away. Where's the back of our ship? So the monolith is over that way, I think. Yeah, there it is. That's where we're headed. And we are not going to get into a fight with these guys. Well, that's just one angry dude who just wants to follow me, huh? There it is. Another one. All right. Oh, the winged creature. Okay, we got this one. We shoot the creature, put it out of its misery. Okay, got what we need. Go back in immediately. Locate the portal. Portal located. Excellent. So now we have a portal. It's probably going to call in somebody here in a minute. That's an interesting plant. Okay. Excellent. So we'll check out the ship. See what happens here. Okay, going over the... Okay, spoke to Marinate. She's doing better. Best news is she's been issued script for chemo years worth. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So she doesn't have to actually go in for that stuff. That's excellent. Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. Thanks for the information. Appreciate it. A lot of people supporting her, bud. Okay? You know that. Constantly in our thoughts. So, just keep me up to date, man. And if you rather not, you know, if you don't have to, don't want to jump on here if things timing isn't right or something like that, you go ahead and send me an email. My email address is on my account there on YouTube. Glad to get any emails from you anytime you want. Blind Richie's been known to send me a bunch of messages that way too, so gives you a rough idea. It's not a problem, man. Appreciate the information, man. Okay, come on, get down there. It's probably going to be another hauler, just so we know. But... Ooh. Nope, it's a shuttle. I don't mind a shuttle. There we go.
Shields down. Warning. Sentinel drones activated.
Oh well, it was worth a shot.
Component repaired.
Okay, what does it take to do the shields? It needs sodium nitrate. I think we're about to be attacked. What do you think? We have the launch thrusters. Are they set? Yes, they are. We have an A-class shield in here too, guys. That's pretty good.
Component repaired.
Shields are up. Okay, Hyperdrive. Alright. It's a B-class. That's actually pretty good. And the thing about the shuttles is that they've got great ability to... They've got a great ability to use fuel efficiently. So, this guy doesn't know what to do. It's hilarious. Now, they're going to continue to attack. It's that they can see me, that's the problem. Plus, we have the supercharged slot over here. I'd like to get this... Well, we don't really need it. We don't need that. Not going to worry about it. I need to get you repaired, and I need 3 microprocessors to do it. Alright, so why don't we... We can take this ship elsewhere. There we go. Anything else we need? We don't really need that, but I can take what I have with it. There we go. Anything else in here? Good.
Hostile scan detected.
That's the wrong button. Trying something out. Reinforcements. Alright, let's go this way.
Warning.
Arrive over there.
Walker
And
detected.
then we're going to come back this way. 53 seconds. What in the world? And what kind of walker are we talking? That's crazy. Alright, so maybe this wasn't such the best idea in the world. At least we have a portal now. Hello.
Technology recharge.
I'm going to see if this works. Okay. Can't seem to get through. There we go. Good. Took care of that problem. Alright, so we're in good shape. Now, we need to get... I think we have enough, actually. 3 microprocessors is what we need. Now, I never saw any way to purchase those, so we're probably going to have to make them. Do we have enough carbon to make them, though? Let me see here. What do you know? Oh, I still had that from earlier. Got it. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Alright. How much carbon we got? Not a lot. Always too low on carbon, right? Alright, so what is this planet over here? One of the... We're probably going to end up having to go back to our original planet, is what I'm guessing. Let's see, because that one over there, if I'm not mistaken, is... like hostile, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's the Frostbound. Okay, so that's our original planet. Let's go ahead and head there. We'll do a little work there, and we'll come back. You were talking about the seconds at the top of the screen, the countdown. Countdown was because they couldn't see you. So that's the aggro countdown. They're still aggro towards you for that amount of time, and if you can escape their notice, they'll stop looking for you. But because it's an aggressive sentinel planet, on the other hand, yeah, that's a problem, because they're still going to look for you. Alright, let's get some trees and shrubbery and that kind of stuff. Let's see. There's a couple trees right here. Cave would be great. Cave would be really, really good, actually. A whole bunch of trees right here. This will work fine. Come on, keep going. Alright, let's get to work. Gotta get this done. We have 30 minutes to get this done. I should.
Units received.
Dense carbon's very handy, too. Oh, thank you. Okay, I figured you did know that. I was wondering about that. If you're talking about the time at the top, or what were you talking about? Yeah, I didn't know what kind of walker it was, and I was about to stick around to find out, because those guys are going to be really hitting hard. Especially with the settings the way I have them set right now. So we need 1, 2, 3, and then... There it is, 1. We don't have enough. Okay, where's my copper? We're probably going to need more copper at some point. Wait, where's the... We do have that. Oh, we had some cadmium. Oh, there it is. It's at the bottom. Couldn't see it. put you in here.
Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
There we go. Alright, so let's get some more of that, and we can make one more. Okay, good. We got the 3. So now our hyperdrive is up to snuff.
Prepared.
Put that in here. Hyperdrive range of 135. We need at least 1 antimatter. Which we need chromatic metal for. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, let's make it real quick. Warp cell.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge.
It's probably not enough to get out of the system, so we're going to need more. And I don't think we have enough to make another antimatter. Yeah, we need a little more oxygen. Fortunately, if I'm not mistaken, we have a cave.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
One of these will be oxygen, so that's good. So we should have enough oxygen to make one more. I just want to get enough to get one good warp jump out of this thing, and then we can worry about the rest later. Alright. We far enough away? No, we're close. Okay, that'll get us a good warp jump. Alright, the other thing we need... We have dihydrogen. We need more. Okay. Deuterium might work, but we'll find out. Okay. This whole planet is so blue, I can't see anything. Can't see where the dihydrogen is. That's funny. You know it's all over the place over here. There could be dihydrogen in there, but we can't see it. Yeah, there it is. So let me think. It was 24, 48, 96. We need over 100, I think. 120 of it, I think. Okay, that crystal ought to give us what we're looking for. A little extra can't hurt. Nice. There we go. Alright. There we go. Plenty of dihydrogen. Alright, let's go to our portal. Get out of here. Thank you, dear. Are you actually leaving then, Captain? If you are, I would thank you very much for being here. You're always a pleasure to have here. There we go. So let's go back there. We'll land at the portal. Open it up. Hopefully we won't get killed, and then we can get through. Very nice. Okay. Thank you very much, Captain. Have a great evening. What do you know? And they happens to have a minor settlement right there. It won't have what we're looking for. I was thinking about getting another multi-tool, but I keep forgetting this is a Gex system. We won't have that, so... Alright, calm down. Calm down with the noise. You're okay. There we go. Alright, always pay attention to where it's pointing, because this is the side that everything will be on. We're probably going to be attacked, so I won't lie to you, but... hopefully we can get this opened up and through it before they have a chance to kill me. Okay. Oh, we can use deuterium.
Technology
Good.
recharge.
And we'll need copper. So we're probably gonna end up needing more copper.
Technology recharge.
I'll use sodium,
Technology recharge.
dihydrogen,
Recharge.
copper, carbon,
Technology recharge.
sodium, dihydrogen.
Recharge.
Hopefully we have enough copper to do this.
Technology recharge.
Condensed carbon is fine.
Recharge.
Hydrogen.
Recharge.
We did. Good.
Technology recharge.
We got it. Good deal. This is it. We're actually getting through anyway. Activate the portal. So I'm going to give this a shot. Five, 6, 7. How many glyphs is it? Is it 10? Hold on. I know, I got an idea.
Warning. Sentinel drones.
I knew that was going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12. He can't find me. And now they suddenly lose focus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then a dragonfly. Well, that worked. It actually is finding a planet that's somewhere. Well, we'll guess we're going to find out, huh? There we go. Weird. See, I put the glyphs in so often, I never thought to count how many glyphs it actually was. You got 16 all total, but it only requires 12 to get to a system. Alright. Sentinels are sparse here. Okay, so we're in a safe place.
Radiation protection falling.
There's that radiation. Alright, let's get out of here and take a look, shall we? Alright. First things first, I'm going to check the hyperdrive just real quick. We got to let all the planets pop in. Now, Jason found this out too. See, all these star systems are popping in. These are the dissonant systems that you need the Atlantid drive for on your ship. So here's where we are. Look at that, how many light years we are from the center, guys. So that, instead of all suns, and then the last one should be a dragonfly if you happen to have it. So if we do this, just as an example, that's not what I was trying to do. Alright. Galactic center. We are literally right next to the center. So we just need to find a system that will allow us to get there from here. That's it. It's only going to take us a few jumps, but we're still going to need some stuff. So anyway, let me take a look around at the planets here. Ancient bones. Okay, this system's already been discovered. Hopper. Scorched planet Copper. And then there's this planet we were on, which is radioactive. And then, ooh, what have we here? Is that a moon? No, but it should have copper as well, and it's a hot planet. Alright, it might be mountainous. So, this one is probably well enough that we can just get away with whatever we need here. We are going to eventually need tritium, so I might as well get some. Wow, the music is loud. That particular music line that they have in this game is loud. Alright, so let's come back in. We're going to look for some copper. We need some chromatic metal, and we need some oxygen. So, let me see what I can find. Is that? Are you kidding me? No, it's just a rock. I swear I thought that was a ship for just a second. I'm like, wait, what? We got shelter nearby. I do want to find some place that has a landing pad so I can save some fuel. Nope. One down there. That was just a beacon. Ah, this will work. Good. Okay, we're gonna need some copper. We need some chromatic metal. Copper 230. That is perfectly fine. And we have some uranium. Ooh, that's good. That's fuel. We can use that.
Radiation protection falling.
Oh, watch that. And we'll need oxygen too. $15K, huh? Good deal. So this will probably be the end of the run here. If we can get, we need enough to make probably about 7 or 8 warp cells. 7 or 8 warp cells is what we need. Should probably use the Minotaur. Just thought about that. Do some more traversing on this planet, get everything we need. Get that going. And the next thing we're going to need is... How much does it take to make... The antimatter requires 25 chromatic metal. So we'll need about, I'm thinking 200. And plus condensed carbon. So 400 copper, bare minimum. Depending upon how much chromatic metal we have, it really doesn't make a difference. But we need at least 400 copper. We just dropped 150 into our refiner, so having about another 250 would get us what we need. Alright, that should be good. Good? Okay.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
Okay. Got a building over there, it's got sentinels at it. Let's see. We got plenty of plants here.
Radiation protection falling.
But it's not the type I really would rather have. Let me head back to the ship. Quick scan. Yeah, oxygen's going to be a premium on these planets. And condensed carbon we can find pretty easily, but the oxygen's going to be tough. See, what is that? Sac venom. Alright, we did need some uranium.
Protection falling.
See what we got. Copper again. Salt. Salt. Can't do much with salt. Alright, let's go after the uranium. Hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully we'll get there. Really close to my time limit.
Technology recharge.
I wonder if dioxide can be turned into
Radiation
oxygen.
protection falling. Technology
That's one I
recharge.
haven't had the chance to look up. Because if we could throw it in the refiner and get that done. Speaking of.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
We don't need a lot of uranium. 60, 70.
Technology recharge.
Should be more than enough to get us where we need to go. There we go. Okay, good. Done. All right. And it doesn't say. Deuterium too. There's another one. That'll probably get us other stuff, but not what we're looking for.
Radiation protection falling.
We're going to go through some batteries here, that's for sure. Let me get that one. Advanced mining laser are coming really handy right now, but I don't know if I want to spend the time and money trying to make that. Okay. Very little oxygen. We need a lot more than that. Okay. Let me see. Deuterium gets us nothing. Dioxide gets us ferrite dust, so that's not going to help any. Alright, worth a shot. Let's get back to the ship. Might make it back before we need to use another battery.
Radiation protection falling.
I'm gonna chance it.
Radiation protection offline.
Just made it. Alright. So first things first, where's our uranium? There you are. You go in the ship. Okay, so that's for our landing. Excellent. Okay, good. And we'll get more tritium as time goes by for our pulse drive. So no big deal there. We can use some pyrite, but we'll get by. So I need an oxygen field. I need to go to the night side real quick. Where's the sun at? That way. So we're gonna go this way. Get away from the sunset and see if we can find an oxygen patch. I think that'll be the best bet at this point. An archive, go figure. Problem with doing it this way is you really don't get a lot of carbon or anything like that out of this stuff. So, I don't know if it's really worth it. Let's check the archive real quick and just see what they have. I don't think they won't have any oxygen or ferrite, but do I really need anything from here? I don't know. I don't think there's anything I really need. No. Launch fuel, that could come in handy. But we've already got one, so I don't think we need anything. Kelp? That's a good point. I need water. I think that planet might have water. Let's go to that planet, shall we? Better got rid of that other stuff, huh? Anyway, let's see. So we can make some. Yeah, we need a lot more condensed carbon to get that going. So that's the next thing. We got to turn our carbon into condensed. Does that look like water? Yes. Yes, it does. All right, good. Well, that'll do. It's not going to be a landing pad. We'll have to use launch thrusters, but I'll make do. There's no aggressive sentinels here, so we're okay. They're just ever present, that's all. Alright.
Toxic protection falling.
So these are cytophosphate. We need kelp. Where's the kelp at? Kelp is going on here. Am I seeing things, or is there like no kelp anywhere? I mean, that's a great idea, but I've never been to a planet that didn't have any. And dive. Am I not seeing things right here?
Toxic protection falling.
One ocean on the planet doesn't have any kelp, right? This is ridiculous.
Toxic protection falling.
I keep looking where I think I see kelp, and it turns out to be the, you know, the graphics that you get.
Technology recharge.
Like those things, you know? Which I think are... No, it's nothing more than currents and stuff like that. Seriously. Unbelievable. And it doesn't look like any of these planets have it either. And that's the planet we came from, I think. Yeah. And that doesn't have any water either. Scorched planet. I don't think we've been there. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. We can actually make one jump. Let's go ahead and take a jump. We're going to the galactic core. At a jump range, yeah. That's the problem I'm going to run into with this. Is we don't have any warp upgrades. True. Could have done that. Alright, that doesn't have any water on it, obviously. We ought to hit the space stations. I keep forgetting about that. I'm trying to get away from the rings so I can see the planets. That one looks like it might have water. It says glacial, but it looks like it has water on it. Let's go ahead and head there. I cannot talk without waking the wife up. Then don't talk. You can tap. Tap quietly. And it's 2 a.m. there, for crying out loud. Go to bed. I don't want to chase people away, but go to bed, man. 2 o'clock in the morning. Good grief. We're going to finish this, no matter what. Alright, let me check here. Let's get to the daytime side if we could. And drop it down. We just need to find an island. That looks just dandy. There better be kelp here. There's some right there, I think. Yes, there is.
Thermal protection falling.
Nope. Nope. No, that's not it. Alright, so there's only one kelp plant on the entire planet. Apparently. Surface is up here someplace. Wow. Okay, good grief. We got 12. Alright. I cannot believe we can't find oxygen. Alright, you do that. I may be done by the time you get back. Alright, scalding. What are you? Crying out loud, line up already. High energy, okay. Let's go to the scalding planet. We'll do a quick bypass on the night side, see if we can find an oxygen patch. If we can just find one oxygen patch, we should be in good shape. I still can't, I still don't have enough to make it. I need ferrite dust too now. I don't know what post you're talking about. You talking about this here that you just sent? And the answer to that is obviously yes. But if you're talking about something else, I don't know. Because I wouldn't be, if you're talking about posts on Discord or something like that, I wouldn't be able to see them right now. Okay, this is the good type of planet because there's not a lot of red on it. So like that abandoned planet that I was flying over would have been a great planet for me to stop at every time I found oxygen and picked up some. But I was not smart enough to do that. So we're going to find a planet that doesn't have any oxygen patches as well. Plus everything's red because I bumped into something, so now I can't see anything. Heal. Come on, shields. Copper. There's a sodium patch. That was actually gold or something. I don't know what it was. Alright. I don't think I have much of a choice. I'm going to have to just land and just start looking around. Look at that. Scan. One oxygen plant.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge.
Unbelievable. Little fingers here, so we can get some gold. Turn it into pyrite. There already got some gold, but whatever. Ferrite. And we need carbon.
Units received. Units received.
Get some oxygen out. We've got about 60 oxygen, so we're getting there. Yeah, that might be what we have to do. They have puffer plants? I didn't see them. Okay, I'll take a look. They got puffer plants. And we're in good shape. Oops.
Technology recharge.
Okay, with all the carbon I'm picking up,
Falling.
how am I not having carbon?
Technology recharge.
Yep, I see them right there. Yes. Alright, good. So we're in good shape then. We just need a bunch of carbon to turn into condensed carbon.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharge. Thermal protection falling.
I think we might have enough finally to get things going. Alright, how we doing? We're almost done. Almost done. Ferrite. We don't really need as much ferrite. We do need carbon. Condensed carbon more than the others, but that's okay. Come on. Alright. That little chime that you heard is my refiner finishing its run. I found out that it makes that noise now every time it finishes a run. Alright, one more. Okay. Where's the carbon at?
Thermal protection falling.
Ferrite dust. We can get at least 4 more warp cells. And we're making condensed carbon. You heard that chime again, right? Come on now. Alright. Okay, 50 ferrite dust it takes. And
Technology recharge. Thermal protection
this
falling.
means it ran out. Great. So we definitely need more carbon now.
Thermal protection falling.
Yep, I know. We're going to use 2 batteries on this one.
Technology recharge.
Be inefficient because we can.
Thermal protection falling.
Like I said, I need... I think we need 1 more of those at least. Okay. These need ferrite dust. Let's go find some ferrite dust. There's probably going to be some metal around here. That takes a while to make, though, so let me get some rocks. This is the hardest part, is getting all these resources at the end. If you have a decent ship, you don't have to worry about it. Like, especially if you had a dissonant ship or something like that. We could have done that, but we didn't. So this is not a record run in any means, but a means of getting it done. And you can see yourself very close to the end. That's carbon. Sorry, need that.
Thermal protection falling.
Okay, 14 more chromatic metal. That's all. Okay, that's good. Okay. Jason's project? Which project would that be? His current project about him moving his mother-in-law? Yes, we are able to speak via Discord. That is true. Yes. Not something I'm going to set up right now, though, Exodus.
Thermal protection falling.
I need more oxygen. Okay. Hey, you. Good.
Technology recharge.
Okay, I need hazardous plants. Let's go this way. See something. There we go.
Thermal protection falling.
Alright, good. So let me see what we got here. So I think we can make one more of these. Once we can make... Need more ferrite dust. Of course we do. I need 2 more. Because I want to have just a little bit of extra. Because I have a funny feeling we might need it. Like, what was getting wrong on that? Depleted already. Unbelievable. And I can't use the condensed carbon. Okay, what do we got? I don't have a choice. That's not where I wanted it.
Technology
Heck,
recharge.
Oh, let's get more carbon. We are so close to getting what we need. I don't need that. I need the carbon. And I need a little bit of chromatic metal, which means I need to find a little bit of copper. I think we'll be alright, though. We can just make one more of these. Why does it say it needs more ferrite dust? I thought we had. There we go. Nope. Okay. Alright, that should... I'm thinking that's enough. Where's our ship at? There it is. Oh, crap. Kidding me. There we go. Yep, he's doing a little shindig, I know. Alright, here we go. So first things first. Let's move it over. You over.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit at a time as we get out of here. Alright. Hyperspace. Now we can only go... See, all these require different drives to get to, see? And I can't go to any of them right now because I don't have the means of doing so. At a jump range 144. What's our jump range anyway? Wow, okay. Yep, guess we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna do very small jumps on the way. I thought we had like about 150 light year jump range, but yeah, he's gonna be doing a role-playing team thingy where he's gonna be, you know, doing the take over the galaxy thing. But yeah, he's got some things going on that cause some problems with that. Okay, gonna go here. Alright, I think we need one more jump after this, and then we can jump to the center. And then we'll be done. Okay, one more. Yep. think that's it, because you don't see any dotted lines going anywhere else. So I think this is the last system, and then it will allow me to jump to the center if I have enough, if I have a full hyperdrive. Let's find out first, and I'm going to land at the space station. We're going to get set up for it. There we go. Yes. Okay, so this is it. Alright, so let's go to the space station. We'll get ready. Off we go. Oh, yeah, he did get roasted. He got roasted big time. Because he was doing a role-playing commercial, if you will, for it. And he just got roasted so bad by it. It was terrible. Alright, so do we have enough to fill up the hyperdrive? We should.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Yep, it should be enough. We got just enough. And that was it. Alright. And before we leave... nope. There we go. I'm going to switch over to the other multi-tool. Because it'll get damaged. Alright, here we go. Hold on a second here. Okay, there we go. And we did it. And the time kind of stops when you get in and out of your ship. In this particular mode, you should end up right next to your ship. You don't have to go looking for it, so... Yeah, Jason is glad that the expedition did come out this week. I know that for yeah, and I'm sorry about that, missing all that stuff up there. Question by one thumb. Hold on. I'll do it here. Yeah, it's not showing up on there. I got to do it over here. Okay. Question by one thumb. Keep him going. Keep him going. Keep him going. One thumb. Hopefully you're still. Yeah, you're showing up. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I hate autocorrect. Yeah, me too. Did I miss anything? You haven't missed a whole lot. Is that the question? If you missed anything, there wasn't really much going on. We had to search for a ship. We got the ship and everything like that. I wanted another one and all that, but yeah, I do love the music, guys. I really do. Goes dark, and we're going to come out the other area. So obviously my time is just horrible this time around, but I do know that by, I think, getting the Minotaur early on is going to be the key to this. So knowing what I'm going to need, knowing I'm going to need a lot of copper, I'm going to need a lot of ferrite, there's all kinds of components you're going to need, and just start building up all these things. Probably take you about a good 15-20 minutes, maybe a half hour to get all the components needed, build your Minotaur, find a ship, and start heading towards it. So that'll be pretty good. No, that's all right. Yeah, that's no problem. That's no problem, Starduster. You know, talking and everything like that, it took a lot of time away from it, but I don't care. It was still fun. The thing is that you literally can do it in 3 hours. There's no way... You can take longer if you want to, but really, you can get this done pretty quick now. My phone is recording it. Why, thank you. Thank you, phone. Strange thing to call your friend, but, you know, whatever. I'm just kidding. Alright.
Life support systems activated.
Shield kinetic system online?
Shield kinetic system online.
That's right. Jetpack operational. Come on.
Aerial propulsion jetpack online.
Okay. Here's the ship. So it's just jumping in and out.
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
That's what's operational. Come on.
User initialization sequence complete.
So we are done. And it's just a matter of jumping in and out. Everything's destroyed, but that's okay. And we have a save point. So we can stop our timer and we can jump out now. So... yeah. Yeah, that was... it's probably going to be over 3 hours long. I almost guarantee that, but... I just got my invite to try Star Rupture. Really? I haven't seen anything myself. I have to check my account and see what they have. That would be pretty cool. I think Bob, Survival Bob, was doing that earlier this evening. He was doing Star Rupture as well. Oh, Demager, absolutely. Absolutely, your 159 record still stands. I don't know if anyone's made a faster time than that yet. I know I've had a few people post some things. You know, if you didn't want to post the entire video, just post your ending screen, like over here. So just under 3 hours, 2 hours, 51 minutes. So I have no idea what this one was. 221, maybe? I don't know. There's an abandoned test. I was testing stuff out. You know what? Let me get rid of that. I don't need that around anymore. I know what that was. Don't want to accidentally erase one of my saves, though. That's some of my good saves in here. So there's the No Starter Ship Challenge. That took 5 hours and 19 minutes. So that was crazy. But we got that done. There's the Abandoned Universe. Okay, so that's the other one that I did. It was 221. So that's where I'm at with these. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, too. So we know I'm at 221, no big deal. We'll get rid of the 251. That was fun. That was a lot of fun to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that again in the future. I'll make another recording probably. I don't think I have anything coming out on Monday. I may have some time to record some stuff this coming Saturday. So I'm going to maybe record 1 or 2 things and we'll see what happens. We got guests coming over and stuff like that. So we'll see what kind of timing I have prepared for that. And then next Wednesday we'll definitely be together. I suspect the Expedition will be out, so I'm thinking it'll be Expedition night. If for some reason it's delayed an extra week, we'll do this again. And that's what we'll do it. So, yeah, not bad. It was 2 hours, 51 minutes, and I've got 221 as my original record, so no big deal there. So let me go ahead and exit from this screen. There we go. We're back to the main screen. Hi, everybody. All right. So I am going to get out of No Man's Sky right now, and we're going to go ahead and check out who is playing right now. Now, I know Delta is playing, and I actually think he's playing No Man's Sky tonight, strangely enough. Where are we here? There. Get everything to pull up little by little. I don't usually keep a window open in the background anymore. I don't see any reason to do so. Where are we here? Edit. Redirect. Okay, let's see who's out there. Actually, I had to think about it. He is doing No Man's Sky tonight, so that is fantastic. That is exactly what we're looking for, is to join him. Now, hopefully he's on for a little longer, because he started... Hold on a second here. Yeah, he started about an hour ago, so he should be still going. So we're going to go ahead and raid Delta. So by all means, tell him it's an ElanPaul raid, and we're going to wish him the best. Don't forget to hit a like for him as well. Okay, guys, hit a like for him. If you haven't subscribed to him, hit the subscribe button. He's an excellent gamer, absolutely wonderful personality to listen to. Him and his family, they're absolutely fantastic. So, guys, thank you very much for being here. Sugar Rat's been great seeing you. Thank you for jumping in tonight. Appreciate you, buddy. And everybody, thank you so much. You guys have been fantastic. No, thank you. You know, you're welcome for the stream, but thank you for being here. It's not the same without you, you know what I mean? So, guys, take care. We'll see you again next time, and see, it'll be next Wednesday, so I won't be streaming Saturday. It'll be next Wednesday. You'll see me again. Okay, guys? All right, take care. Bye-bye.